Curig, Snowdonia, arterial junction and eastern gateway to the northern mountain ranges. A rambling collection of dwellings and shops that, to the uninitiated, conceals the significance of this small Welsh village. For lurking in the background lies a powerhouse of outdoor pursuits. Plas y Brenin, the National Mountain Centre. As an activity centre, Plas y Brenin is well used to playing host to groups of outdoor enthusiasts. But this week the British Mountaineering Council's in town, and they brought a few friends with them. About 80 friends to be precise, from all over the world. For this is the BMC's Summer International Meet, a gathering of global climbing talent, all coming to sample the delights of traditional style climbing on North Welsh rock. The BMC holds an international meet every year, alternating between a summer venue one year and a winter venue the next. So what exactly is an international meet?
Well, the BMC international meets have a multitude of aims. One is to promote and foster good links between the BMC and other international federations. Another is to provide opportunities for BMC members to meet climbers from other countries and climb with them on our home territory. Another is to showcase aspects of British climbing, the British tradition, which is very strong, British ethics, which are really, really strong and respected throughout the world, plus our venues and plus our climbers who are, respected throughout the world. And another is to provide a platform for discussion and debate on issues of the day in climbing and mountaineering.
For many of the visiting climbers, this is a unique experience.
They're visiting a place usually where they haven't been before. They're coming across types of climbing which they haven't experienced, and they're coming across new people and make new contacts. Many of the climbers that come here from other countries in the world have not climbed using leader place protection, what we call traditional climbing, or trad climbing for short. Many of them have climbed only sport climbing, which means that the protection's in, and so it's fairly straightforward once you've learnt the techniques of clipping pre-placed protection to go for it. But when you've got to place your own gear, your own nuts, your own cams, there's a greater emphasis on your own responsibility, and some of them really rise to that. But they find that fascinating, I think.
But the international climbers aren't the only ones gaining from the experience. For each visiting guest, there's a UK host, acting as climbing partner, guide, and friend for the week.
The international meets really are a place where people just allow themselves to be themselves, and for the hosts it's a real opportunity. All the hosts are volunteers. They all pay for their own accommodation and their own food, but they are essentially volunteers, and they come here because it's an opportunity to meet leading climbers from around the world. The only requirements we have is that they come of their own accord. They are competent climbers, mountaineers, and they're experienced in the area, so they know. They're not having to find out information. You put all those people together, and what happens, happens. They come across people they've never met before and want to show them something, and then they take them out and they have a great time.
Leanne and Ferran are paired for the day, and they're heading to the Snowdon Massif.
Ferran from Catalonia. Where are you going to climb? Cloggy.
After a brief stop to drop other climbers off at Dinas Gromlich, there's just time to discuss possible routes for the day before reaching the start of the walk-in.
Well, Cloggy, as it's affectionately known, for those of us that don't speak Welsh, is a really big major mountain crag within Britain, and it's been a forcing ground for routes for generations really, and it's just a place where there are great big climbs with great big atmosphere and a huge history. So every climb there feels special, and every time you go there it feels special. The walk to Cloggy is quite it's quite onerous really if you're a modern rock climber. Most modern rock climbers are not used to walking more than about 20 minutes, and walking up to Cloggy can take a long time, especially if you've got a big pack and all your ropes and stuff. But because the quality of the routes is so good, and because the history and the traditions, people are prepared to make the effort, especially when conditions are good. You know, it's been dry for a few days, and people have been up there and they say, well, you know, everything's dry, people have been climbing routes, they're clean, get up there, and everybody wants to get up there.
With the waters in the valley below looking more like the Mediterranean than a mountain lake, Tryfan must be feeling quite at home.
Really?
Yeah.
Very hot. Too hot.
Ah yes, Cloggy's a north-facing cliff and can be bitterly cold in the shade. Tryfan's partner today is Leanne Callaghan, and she's come well prepared. Leanne's a doctor and lives in Wales. She's a Cloggy veteran and has climbed this route before. They're climbing November, graded E3 5C, which runs up a distinct crack to the right of a large face containing Great Wall and the legendary Midsummer Night's Dream. Although Leanne knows the route, she's not leading. Tryfan is here for the full trad climbing experience, so seconding's not an option. Meanwhile, over in the rather warmer Clogwyn Valley, Sari and Alison are heading off up the north ridge of Tryfan, one of the most popular Grade 1 scrambles in the UK. Nick Colton explains why.
Tryfan is right next to the road, so it's easily accessible. It's a ridge which is sort of alpine in proportion. It has a long and glorious history. It goes right back to the beginning of when mountaineering first started in Britain, and it's, in a sense, it's a gentle introduction to mountaineering. However, it is big, and it can be serious. You know, there have been some dreadful accidents and tragedies on there, but with good luck and good judgment and good management, you know, you can have a really good day on there without too much effort.
Sari's from Finland, although she's living in London at the moment. She's a lover of big alpine and Himalayan climbs. Alison is her UK host and is a very experienced climber and mountaineer, and member of the Alpine Club. Sari wanted to get a taste of UK scrambling, for which Tryfan is often regarded as a compulsory starting point. While well within her capabilities, the North Ridge is still a hugely satisfying route, with great views and stunning rock architecture.